Good.
Hey, everybody.
Evening.
It is evening. It's Wednesday.
Explorers. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, we're on to a good start already. It's Wednesday, October 7th.
October 7th.
Can't believe that already. Oh, my gosh.
This is our first show from...
We're back in our old setting again. Can you believe it? Oh, whatever. I told him I want to do it in our old setting.
We're back in the dungeon. I mean, in the office.
It's not a dungeon.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Okay, well, good evening, everybody.
It is. Well, you already said what it was.
Yes, I did. Wow.
We got a fun show for tonight. We have a special guest who was on here last night.
Last night?
Last week.
Last week. Oh, how many of these dillies have you had?
We'll find out. So we're going to compare.
And he's been off all day, and I'm the one that's been working. He's off more ways than one, let me tell you right now.
We're going to compare an all-inclusive resort, I said it right, to a cruise. Because while we were there with Wanda and her husband Daniel, we kept on comparing what the similarities were and differences. So we thought it would be...
Nothing compares to... Oh, wait, it's not that one. Okay, never mind.
Okay, Sinead. We thought it would be fun to... she's the one that's saying it.
Sinead O'Connor, yes.
To compare the two. So that's what the main show is going to be about. We have Wanda, who's going to be joining us shortly. We have a special drink that we are going to make for you that we made there. Don't say the name yet. But we're going to make the drink for you. It's a very simple recipe, but I had never heard of it until we went down there. So we're going to do that. Greg, do you want to bring Wanda on now, or do you want to say hello to the people in the chat?
We'll bring her on now. There's Wanda. Banana Bonita Byram.
Welcome, Wanda. And if for the people that might not be aware, the picture behind you was that from your room?
Yes.
You?
View from my room.
She's back in Cancun. What are you talking about?
She's back in Cancun. So much has been going on. I mean, one of the things that I'll say is that
the Bills have been winning 4 games in a row.
4-0. So let's hope we can keep that up. And
we can do it.
We had a hurricane that the same place that we were at, a hurricane went through there. This morning,
still going through,
and it was a category 4. I don't know when it hit Cancun if it was still a category 4. It's now down to a 1. I think it was down to a 2 when it hit Cancun. But we saw on the Weather Channel, they showed out in front of our resort. They showed where we were walking out in front when we went to the next resort.
Big hole, the square hole in our hotel.
Yeah, there was no water, so there was no that when they have what do they call that?
I mean, the hole was already there. It wasn't from the hurricane, so
no water had gone up into it, but they showed like the trees had been blown down, which was but to think that we were there literally just last week was
that was kind of happening when we were there too. Big branches blew into the pool. It seemed but like every other night. No.
I don't remember big branches. All right, we got to say hello.
I was just thinking we haven't said hi to them.
Everyone say hi. Hi, Nancy. Hi, RobFuz. Hi, Jimmy.
Rachel loves Dizney. Anthony Simone. Blaine from Rally Creative Travel. MGM Family Travel. ChadCruisers. Always on the Move with Josh. Shauna Snow is here. Robert from Life with Favor is here.
Before I forget, Robert,
Life.
Thank you so much for your help with La Isla Mujeres, because you gave us some information on what to do and it worked out great. So thank you so much.
We had a lot of fun. We have Caroline Life. We have RobFuz.
Hey, Rob.
Nautical. What? Oh my gosh! You guys need to fix your horns.
I feel dilly already.
We have Nautical Nurse Nancy, Disnoa's Adventures, Najuma Brown,
hey, Najuma.
Eva Marshall, Nick Roca, Sherry Awesome Sunset Travels, Q's Cruisers, Jim from More Sunshine, Please. It's a Heart Attack. Nikita D. Cruising for Food, of course. One is here. Scott Bender.
Happy birthday,
The
belated birthday.
Oh, happy belated birthday. The DePhilly crew, PTV2, which is Ben from Pepper Tree Villa. Pepper Tree Villa is here also, speaking of them.
Did you say
Going Jonathan Chong. I did say Eva Marshall.
Queen Tequila Eva?
Yes. Try not to miss anyone. I'm still going through here. Captain Akron 27.
Hey, welcome.
Vivian Vera de Cavalho Pereira. I tried with that one.
He went to Cancun for a week and he still has problems.
No maps needed travel. It's Joey's World. Michelle Wilms. Fisher Fun Ventures. I think I said Captain Akron 27. I think we're all cut up.
It's
so
Joey's
welcome,
World.
Everybody.
Welcome. It's Joey's World. If you didn't say him,
I
already.
did.
No,
I just said him.
Oh, sorry.
But welcome everybody to our show.
Yes, we're gonna get going with the dilly, but first we did get some mail. So for
Anthony Simone, welcome.
For my birthday, we got. Wanda, I'm gonna put you back into the green room here momentarily. All right. So from Tiffany and Rachel, we got a birthday card since it was my birthday last week.
What does it say in it?
It says, "Your birthday is a special day for celebrating you. And everyone who knows you will be celebrating too. Tiffany Peacock and Rachel Suseg. Rachel loves Disney."
Aww.
And they drew me.
They drew a baby Yoda.
Yes.
Or a child, actually.
And then also Tiffany drew this.
That's
Isn't it
awesome.
Awesome. Yes.
Also.
We also
very talented Tiffany.
We do sponsor some channels. One of them is RobFuz that we sponsor. But we also sponsor Bob and Ashley. So this is through YouTube where you can do different things. Like you can, if you sponsor someone, you get to see their videos before they release them to the general public. You can get a lot of emojis. So RobFuz has that. We're proud members of him. And we also are now proud members of Bob and Ashley.
You must have opened this already.
I did. So this is them thanking us for their support. And they also gave us
thanking them for their support.
Thanking us for the support. I'm in trouble today. And they gave us some patches. So we got some patches that we're going to find.
Thank you. They sent this mail all the way to us, thanking them for their support. Joking.
All right.
You're very welcome for our support.
So you're welcome, Rob. You put on some awesome stuff and you're such a huge supporter of everyone, especially us. So we thank you so much. All right. The special drink we got to bring Wanda back in the green room. Come out of the green room. Here you go. All right.
AJC Magic TV, welcome.
Welcome, Amy. So when we were in Cancun. We
got it mixed up with Cozumel, but we were in Cancun.
We tried some drinks and we never had for the first time. So one of them was a Scooby-Doo, which I never had. That was a shot. As a shot. It was green. I forgot what was in it, but I think it had some kind of coconut in it. We had a sombrero, which was a coffee liqueur, and then on top that was good. They foamed. It was a white foam, but it was a tequila foam. So I don't know exactly how they made to do that, but it was looked like it was half and half.
Disney Nerd
was
Herders.
Interesting. Welcome, Disney Nerd Herders. And then the drink that we're going to be trying today is a Paloma.
Yes, Paloma.
I'm watching Wanda.
Don't say it the wrong way, because if you look it up on the internet, it means something totally different.
Yeah, so Paloma is dove in Spanish, and it's made out of these 3 ingredients. It's pretty simple. It's made out of one. I'm going to put you back in the green room just momentarily. Poor Wanda.
Why don't you just make this? Okay, well.
All right, so you're going to use a tequila. You're going to use we figured this is a 16-ounce cup. So Wanda actually was testing yesterday. Did
you crack it?
No. Oh, it looks like
you cracked it.
Oh, well, it's fine. It won't leak. I'll drink it before it leaks out. So this is 16 ounces, and it's going to be 2 ounces of tequila. And then we also have, they say to do a ½ ounce of the lime, which I didn't bring in here, but can you bring in the lime that's on the counter over there, please? If it's ½ ounce of lime, and then I got the squirt that you fill it up with. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together. Wanda, we'll just go ahead and put it in here. So I salted the rim. Greg didn't want his salted. So there's 1 ounce. There is 2 ounces. You have it's between the half and a quarter. So this is the one that I used. If we're using fresh lime juice, which they say to use at least half an ounce. And then I'm going to fill the rest up with squirt. And the good thing about this is that it's very, very refreshing. So especially where it's hot, like in Cancun, it's a refreshing drink. So let's bring Wanda back on. Wanda.
Careful clinking.
Dilly dilly. Yeah, dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly. Lightly clink as it shatters in your hand. It is very refreshing.
Yeah. So the squirt is a grapefruit. It's if you guys are familiar with Mexican sodas, Jarritos.
What is it? Squirt's a grapefruit.
It's a grapefruit drink. Jarritos have a grapefruit one, which is what they recommend.
Oh, it is.
But if you can't, then squirt works just as well. Now, some people do it differently. Some people actually use grapefruit juice. I had this at one of the restaurants here, and they use fresh grapefruit juice. I didn't like it as much. I like it much better with the grapefruit soda in there. So that is one of the things that we recommend.
And because we're talking about drinks, if you haven't already checked out Pepper Tree Villa's video from last night, they made a drink
Awesome.
called the Jungle Cruise.
The Jungle Cruise.
Yeah. And that looked really refreshing and good too. So we're definitely going to have to try to make that sometime. Oh, thank you, Najima Brown. That was very nice of you for that super chat.
Najima, you are such a huge supporter of
Thank you.
everyone. Thank you so much. You are so awesome. We really appreciate that. Did we say hi to Random Cruiser?
I didn't see if they came on,
Welcome.
but welcome.
And we also have Life is Good Today. So Ronnie and
Welcome.
Alma,
Life
welcome.
is good today.
Ronnie has been slaving away doing school online on a computer or college. So best of luck with that, Ronnie. You look tired today, but you'll get through it, and you'll have great rewards on it. All right, so I think we got that done. We got the bills being 4-0 done. Okay, we're all good. So let's kind of talk about. Do we want to show the video? Why don't we start with the videos? How about that?
Oh, my mom just came in.
It's your
Welcome,
mama.
Mom.
Hi, Mama Bertha. Oh, she's watching the Yankees. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's why she was late. You're not late. You're I can't think. Fashionably early, I guess.
There you go. All right, I'm going to have to go and talk. So, Greg, what do you think of the first of all of this
Don't
drink?
put that on.
I know I'm not.
Oh yeah, don't put that on.
I need to get the video set up right. So, what did you think
It's
of
very
the Paloma?
it's very refreshing. I don't know if it tastes the same as what it tasted like at the resort though.
Oh,
like
gee,
not
thanks.
not exactly the way it tasted. I think they did something different.
Well, it might be the difference between the soda that we used.
I think they use reposado tequila over there. I think that's
Daniel Donnelly, welcome.
which is a higher class of tequila.
Yes, we don't have high class. We have Jose Cuervo,
the one I used to.
Blue Agave high class.
Why am I having issues here? Here we go. That's why I'm doing it. Okay.
You really want us to answer that?
I'm
Donnelly.
going to do this one first. Okay.
Let's go Oakland, Ben said. So we're gonna show a short little video.
We're going to
just to
actually
give
show
you a
two
little-
of them.
This one, both of them are short little teases of what's to come, basically. What?
Our main discussion. All right.
Yes, what's to come?
Yes. No, that's not what I want to do. Oh, this is going to be a crazy show tonight. Sorry, guys. I already warned you. I'm in a very fun mood tonight. for
Make
sure.
It Blue, a Disney adventure just came on. Welcome. So
Okay.
we're going to be talking about the differences between what we liked with cruise versus a all-inclusive resort during this show
So-
after this short video that's
Yes.
coming up.
So there's two videos we're going to show. This one is our cruising experience so far and some of the stuff that we've experienced, whether it's being on the ship, the ports that we've done, excursions that we've done. So we are going to show that right now. Maybe. All right. So
Nautical nurse Nancy likes the giggling in the background. It's fun. She also thought that we make good pirates or fantastic pirates. Thank you. That's very nice.
so those are
We
some,
try.
some of the amazing adventures that we've had, and just very small snippet of all the different things that you can do on a cruise ship, from the entertainment and some of the stuff you might have not noticed. We showed video of Choir of Man.
Eva was saying, what the heck was Gregory going on about? When I was going like this and like this.
Welcome, Maddie and Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Lobster, yummy, yummy.
Robert from Life with Favor says they can't wait to sail out of New York. It was incredibly emotional.
Cargo, welcome.
Welcome. We came to visit the wrong part of Canada. We'll be going in the right part soon. We can guarantee you that. All right, so we're gonna show you another one, and I'm not gonna do it yet. So, sorry, I have to back up.
What the heck are you doing?
I have to get ready for this one now, and it's gonna play, and I gotta stop it. Here we go.
No, stop it.
I didn't.
Carla McClendon, welcome.
Welcome.
This part is brought to you by tequila.
Yes. Jeez, I'm failing miserably tonight. All right. So in this montage, what you're going to see,
it makes it more fun.
Is our recent visit to the RIU Resort in Cancun. It's the Palace Peninsula. It's our first time that we ever had a chance to visit an all-inclusive resort. I said it right again.
I know.
And we
it's
were
a very
with
nice resort too.
We were with Wanda and her husband Daniel. And Wanda was the one that actually picked this resort out. I think because it matched her purple hair. The resort matched herself. and it was such an amazing time. But you're going to see that, and you're going to see some of the excursions. We went to 2 places. We went to the Mayan pyramids. We went to a cenote on the same trip, which is basically what they called a sinkhole, but it's an underground water area where you can swim in.
It was refreshing, but
Very,
cold.
yeah. And then on another day, we went to Isla Mujeres, where we took a ferry boat over to that, and we went on a golf cart. So those are part of the pictures. And other than that, you're going to see how beautiful and the different things you can do at this resort. So,
And yes, Mom, we are glad that we're back before the hurricane hit. Definitely.
yeah. I'm fired. Diego.
Pepper Tree Villa, I'm not sure what videos you were talking about, but
On the sidebar when they have the up next, it was their Jungle Cruise video.
okay. Yes, check out their Jungle Cruise drink video.
That's hilarious.
But that trip was very awesome. Wait, the statue was missing some clothing. Medical nurse. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it did. Well, it was called the Island of Women.
Mm-hmm.
And
The clothing optional statue.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So we have some.
Hey, Lucy MGM, welcome.
Welcome. We have some things that we're going to talk about. First of all, what's included in an all-inclusive? So, Wanda, what do you want to take that one?
Very good. All inclusive.
So obviously you get your room, you get all your food, all your drinks, a non-alcoholic and alcoholic. All of your gratuities supposedly are included, but we'll talk more about that. And all the service. and all the beach and all the activities, all the amenities in the resort are included. Your Wi-Fi, everything.
And
No Speedos. No Speedos.
yes. And then if you compare that to the cruise,
I love that your mom asked that question.
Yes.
they're in the other room.
Huh?
Actually, the other room is set up with Halloween, so we're
Who's
gonna
in the other room?
the Speedos.
Oh.
Where the other room set up for Halloween, and we're gonna be on Monday's show with Pepper Tree Villa, the Taste of Fall. So we're gonna go back out there for that, but we didn't want to mix the fall season yet, so we came into the office, our old set.
Yeah. It's nostalgia right now.
Yes. So on a cruise, if you guys aren't familiar, but I'm looking at most of the channels on here, there's so many cruising ones, they already know what's included. Pretty much everything is all inclusive. If you excuse me, if you buy the dining package. Sorry, you made me stop. So I guess it depends on cruise line because, for example, Dizney doesn't have a drink package. They do have sodas included, but if you want to get alcohol, you have to pay for that separately. A lot of your other ones, if you want alcohol, you do have to get the drink package. So whether it's Caribbean, Carnival, I mean, the list goes on, you do have to pay, and it just kind of varies between what kind of deals you can get. So for example, with Norwegian, if it's included as part of their free at sea offers, then we always get the drink package. If it's not included and we have to pay for it, then we don't get the drink package because that could be as much as another $800 that you have to add on to it. So, so that I guess that would be a little bit differently. Alcohol is not usually included on a
They're
cruise.
really all-inclusive.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Your entertainment on a cruise ship. Oh, sorry, I'm going along. I gotta stick to this. So,
You don't have to stick to that. You can mix it up.
well, if I don't, I'm gonna mess it.
You have to stick to it.
All right, so we have. So let's talk about transportation to and from the airport. So what are your experiences, Wanda, going on a cruise compared to going to this all-inclusive? Were they similar? How were you? How was it different for you, or were they different?
On my first cruise on Dizney, which is the Disney Dream, I did their transportation. I had to pay for it. And it was just a giant bus with like, I don't know, 60 people in it. And they took us to the cruise port. On this one, I could have, if I had booked through the resort, I would have gotten my transportation included from the airport, and it would have been a much smaller van. It's still a ride share, but it maybe would have been 6 people in there, maybe. But I chose to book my own transportation, and it was a private shuttle, just me and Daniel. So it was a lot nicer, especially for these times when you want to have little exposure with other people as possible. It was very nice, and they're very sanitary. Obviously, I think they're stricter there than they are here about things. I know I have gotten in Ubers here where, there's no, other than the driver wearing a mask, there's no other precautions taken. So over there, they wiped our shoes, make sure we wiped our shoes down. They wiped our luggage down. They gave us hand sanitizer before we got into the shuttle, and the driver wore his mask the whole time. We wore our masks the whole time, and we were in the back seat. Obviously, no one sat in the front. Yeah, it was a very comfortable experience, and it was a lot cheaper than the Disney bus was, for sure.
Definitely. We waved, but we didn't say hello. Welcome, Johnny B.
Yes.
from Bella Travel and Adventures.
And we know what that sound means.
That sound means it can only be one thing. It is time for our Spotlight Channel of the Week. At this time, you guys, if you are a creator, please
check each
put
other's
that
content out.
in there. Yes.
Support each other.
Yes. Want to definitely support each and every one of us. Please check each other out and support. Our channel for the week is That's Cruise Life.
Yay!
Am I in there?
Yes.
Awesome. So you have, do I still have it? Okay, good. I'm feeling big time tonight. So they're a relatively new channel, but we know them from the Degenerate Cruisers. And you have Jay and Michelle. Sorry, Spotlight channel.
Spotlight.
I don't
Yeah,
even know if they're on it.
we can't find the other one, so I don't think you need your sunglasses on this time.
No, but we did forget to say that our Spotlight portion of this channel is brought to you by MGM Family Travel, Lucy and Bill.
Yep.
So if you haven't already, please make sure you check their channel out. But Jay and Michelle are great friends of ours on the Degenerate Marco Polo chat that we are on. They're very fun. They are just getting their channel started together. But they do have some fun videos already teaching Sharon at sea how to do a submarine. So
everybody wants the light. We'll have the light next time. We have to look for the light.
Yeah. Yeah. We fail. We can't see the light. So
I have no idea what Jim was trying to say. Creator.
Creator.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you could decipher that.
Please put hashtag creator if you're a creator.
There you go.
Well, my new chats aren't working now on this there. So it's gonna have to be up to you.
That's fine.
So for us, we did book through.
We didn't do a private one.
No, we booked through the
Which I
resort.
Wish we did do a private one.
Which was a little bit more. Wanda's one contacted her a couple times to let her know when they were going, and then even like the day before, they said, okay, this is just to get everything situated. We didn't hear anything from ours. In fact,
Mary Lynn Shaw.
Welcome. I had to change when I originally booked the resort. I guesstimated when we were going to take the certain flights. That didn't work out the same way. So I had to change the flight numbers and the times. So I had to call them. If I wouldn't have done it, they wouldn't have reached out to me and followed up with me. But it was booked through RIU.com, and that was the only way. So when we called the resort, they don't handle that. So luckily, thank God, Wanda spoke Spanish, because I tried to do it a different ways. I called a number and it was all in Spanish, and I was like, "Are they cussing at me? I have no idea what they're saying."
Yes.
So Wanda stepped in, and that number ended up being wrong. So she was able to call RIU.com and get the right number and got it situated to make sure my information was correct. And then they emailed me the right stuff. So when we went there, it was all smooth. There was two other families in there.
We were in the very back.
Yeah, it wasn't a very big bus. It was a mini bus, and maybe a total of 8 of us, including Greg and I, if that. It might have been a little bit less. But they did the same thing. They sprayed our luggage. They sprayed us.
They sprayed our shoes.
Our shoes, yeah. So we were very safe. And then when we got to the resort, they just said to check in with. He did follow up. His name was Victor. He did follow up with me. He was from Destinations Travel, and I did it like a day or two after we got there, and we got to make sure we were ready for our trip back, just to level set on what we were going to have to do. So that part of it was good. That was different from our cruises. We had to pay extra for our cruise. So ours was included with the all-inclusive. On a cruise, we've had to pay extra, anywhere from $35 to person, even more than that on the Disney one.
So, Wanda, when you got there, was your car already there waiting for you?
Yes.
Okay,
Ours
so
was-
ours was not. We
Yeah.
actually were waiting.
A clip. They told me that he would have an orange vest on, and he would have the Cancun shuttle sign up, and it was exactly as they said. When I got there, they had my name on the list. It was very efficient.
Hey, Tiffany Peacock. Yeah, we had to wait like 10 minutes, and it was
Maybe longer, but
at that point it was sweltering. There was a little bit of a wind, and I had to take my mask off. I thought, we're outside, it doesn't matter. So I was trying to get some wind. And thank you, Tiffany Peacock, for that. Not trying to complain or anything, but just saying that it would have been nicer and faster if we did what Wanda did, because it was right away and she got out of there. She didn't have to wait to see if other people were going to go also.
Well, to me, it didn't really bug me. And we were able to find him because they said what he was going to be dressed as. He knew where we were. He just said there was going to be a little bit of wait for the shuttle, but other than that, everything was fine. So it wasn't as if we had to hunt for someone and someone wasn't there that we were waiting for. There was a representative that was waiting for us. Just the shuttle bus wasn't ready for us yet. So that was, but I was fine with that.
Johnny B said, "What? They put you at the back of the bus? Didn't they know who you are? Oh, shameful! Because I can't put the things up. So
Thank you, Linda. That's very sweet.
Yes, that is very nice. So you didn't have an issue with it?
No,
it was just hot to me. I'm not used to it.
Well, we're not used to humidity here in Central California, so the humidity, we were sweating.
Now, the only reason I booked it that way was because I did not book through RIU.com. I booked through Southwest Vacations. I just did a whole package that included our airfare. And I probably could have done the shuttle through Southwest too, but I just didn't think of it. I had read a lot of reviews about Cancun shuttle and how great they were. And it was only $25 each way for both of us.
They were very nice. They were very nice to us, though. They asked if we speak Spanish, and we said no.
And Greg was told by them all the time that, he told them all the time that he only knows the bad words in Spanish.
I said it once, and then you kept telling everybody. So, all right, what's the next one?
They would look at me and say, "Español?"
And I would just say, "Sí, muchas camisas," and they would like look at me like, "What are you talking about?" Okay. So, compare the rooms to from the RIU to a ship, Wanda.
Oh my God, the RIU was a lot better than the ship to me because, as you know, the ship is kind of small. It's tight. You don't always get a lot of storage or a lot of like hangers, and your bathroom is tiny. This was amazing. It had a jetted tub in your room, huge space around the bed. There was lots of storage, drawers and closets. The closets were huge.
Very spacious.
Very spacious with like full length. I think we had like 3 full length mirrors in the whole room. 2 of them were on the closet. The doors were like heavy duty, like wood doors too. The toilet was in a separate room, which was nice, especially, women. We like that the men stinky stuff put away.
Oh my gosh.
Separate. The shower was amazing. It was my favorite part of the room.
That was huge.
Huge walk-in shower with the rain head thing, and it had the handle one that you can take off and, do that. And it had like a little cubby on the side with all the towels, and it had a ledge so you can put your own stuff on there. I mean, it was amazing. It was beautiful.
Yeah, the thing I didn't, the only thing that I didn't like was that the tub, the tub was nice. It was like right by the bed, but they didn't have any like bubble bath or anything. They could make so much money off of that if they did. But I did try to turn it on, and like it was just like like barely any water coming out of the jets. So I think it had to fill up for a while, and I just thought, I'm not gonna waste water and do that. But I'm sure it would have been nice. And they had jacuzzi.
Yeah. At this resort, they do have rooms that have that tub outside.
Yeah, the jacuzzi. Yeah,
which is wow. But I don't know how private that would be. I mean, everybody, what do you call it? The walls of the balcony are all glass, so everybody can see you.
Well, the higher up you are, the less they could see you. But yeah,
someone's in a higher room than you.
Yep.
I thought that would be romantic if you weren't doing something nasty there.
I never saw anyone even in those jacuzzis.
No.
Yeah.
They're probably too expensive. Rachel, my sunburns doing better.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rachel. Our sunburns are doing better. Slowly.
With getting face cloths in your...
We did like the mini bar because it's included. You don't have to pay extra.
Exactly.
I think on a ship, did they even have a mini bar on a ship?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they didn't have a mini bar on a ship. So there you go.
They filled it up with water. They had beer.
Yeah.
They had
soda.
If you're in a suite on a ship, you get one, but you only get one. Like you only get that one day, that first day mini bar. You don't get it refilled every day. Where in the all-inclusive, they were every day refilling it.
Yeah.
9 to 9, whatever you wanted.
Eva was asking, did any of you have problems with getting face clothes in your rooms? So
Oh, the masks? No, they provided them to us,
Yeah.
and then I went to ask for more, and they said, "How many do you want?" And I said, 10. And her eyes like got big. She's like, "I can't give you 10." I said 5. So, but we brought our own also. Derick bought 2 boxes of them. So
yeah. Kay Atwood, if we haven't already, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
They did like a pump of sanitizer in the room.
yep, they did. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was by the sink. It was like a spray, like a mist, like what they were spraying on our feet and everything when we got in the cars.
For our experiences, yeah, a cruise is a lot smaller. The rooms are a lot smaller. Greg was almost saying this was wasted space.
Well, yeah, in a sense that they only had a little bit of furniture, and then like you walk through the room and it's just white walls, and it was very echoey because there was hardly any furniture in there, it seemed like. So, and when you walked, you could totally hear your feet like.
That's because it was so humid, and a lot of times we had the door open.
Yeah, it was funny though. I'm not complaining. It was just funny.
And Greg has toe jams, so that
What?
probably helped too.
I do not.
I'm a ballerina, so I couldn't hear my feet. Sorry.
All right, so compare the staff between a cruise to the all-inclusive.
Would they clean and sanitize your room daily?
If you offered it,
Mhm.
If you offered it.
We had a little green and red hanging.
If you asked for it,
If
yes.
you put the red thing on your door, they wouldn't come in your room. If you put the green, they would come in. I mean, I'm talking about they would come in like immediately. Pay attention. Pay attention.
We're gonna offer you to clean our room, okay? But yes, those tag thingies, we didn't do it every day.
Them in your room ever like that they had that option. I mean, you could put the red thing on your door, they would never come clean it. But we like our room cleaned every day.
we only had that done twice.
Downstairs, had breakfast and came back up. Our room was spotless already.
And they left, like a cruise does, they left the towel animals. We had like a rabbit holding a rose, and it had roses like on the outline of the bed. We didn't like dirty our room too much to where we don't use housekeeping every day anyway. We do it like usually every other day, or if we need towels or whatever, but we try to keep it tidy.
Stop lying. Stop lying.
Do not.
The issues I had, for some reason, they have little like hooks. They're not even hooks, but where you put the towels on.
Hey, Daniel Fields.
I could never put them up right because we'd come back in the room and the towel's on the floor. So apparently I don't know how to hang a towel up on the wall. But it had like little small hooks, and you had to put your towel on it.
They were more like knobs. Like they weren't even a hook.
You ask for a stool, Derick.
But yeah, that was I don't even know how I was going with that.
So we have the staff. How did we like the staff? I think the staff was
compare
awesome.
a staff to a cruise ship to the staff and an all-inclusive. We'll start with Greg. What do you think of the differences or the similarities?
I don't think it was too different, actually. I think the ones in the cruise are very polite. I think the ones here were very polite. The ones here, though, really made sure that you had your alcohol, like your mimosas. Like they asked if we wanted mimosas, and I said, no, I don't want any more. And then they leave. And then they come back with 2 more mimosas. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll try to drink some more. So they really made sure that you had fun, and they knew it was your vacation, and they wanted you to have fun. So no doesn't mean no to them. So they're like, oh, no? Okay, see, here's some more.
No, Johnny, there was no bidet in our bathroom. No.
Wow.
I did see some that actually had that.
You did?
Who were you in?
No, not. I mean, on the, on the internet, I saw some. Well, you know, when it's late at night and you've had
Oh my
a
god.
few too many.
Sorry, wrong room. Oh, you have a bidet? Oh, we don't.
The staff was amazing at this resort. They got to know you pretty quickly. They knew what I like to drink, how I like my coffee in the morning. They knew that I wanted a coffee and a mimosa every day.
Yeah, because we basically saw the same people all the
Yeah,
time.
it was the same servers, and then the staff was amazing, and I got to know them, and they were fun.
And the one sang to you named Elvis.
Yeah, and we had like favorite servers, and they would say, "You coming tomorrow? You coming tomorrow?" And they'd be like so excited to serve you. I mean, and genuinely happy to see you. And even when you weren't there for dinner, they just saw you in passing. They were like, "Hey!" You know, like they were so nice.
They made sure that, like at the buffet, they made sure that you use sanitizer, they check your temperature, and then you go in one way and you leave the other way. I made the mistake the first time, I think, trying to go the same way, and they said, "Oh, so you have to go this way." I said, "Oh, okay," because I didn't know that it was like only one in one way and out the other way. So at that time,
Johnny B said RIU properties are awesome. The first time we went to Cabo, we stayed at the RIU Palace, and it was incredible. So we had talked about going. If we go to Cabo, we would definitely look at a RIU doing that.
Yeah, and Mary Ellen Shaw, it is just like cruise staff friendliness. And they were cleaning when we were even like in broad daylight. They were squeegeeing outside the sidewalk. Like they would use soap on it and squeegee it and clean it.
They were
cleaning the top of the light.
I just go in the elevator, and there's like a guy in there like scrubbing the elevator. I mean, incredible.
Yeah, very clean.
Even they had like the restrooms, which would be like the lobby restrooms outside like the sports bar. And there was like constantly people in there that were cleaning it. They even like, I remember one time there was a woman in there cleaning, and I thought, I stepped in there, I go, am I in the wrong one? This is the woman that it was a staff that was a woman that was in there. I go, okay, I guess this is accepted in Mexico. So I didn't think about it. Jenny H, welcome. She says, y'all cracking me up. I want a vacation with you. We would definitely love that sometime. I would say it's hard to beat a cruise staff, but this one was equally, if not even better.
And if you try to like say gracias or hola and things like that, they appreciate
Olaf.
that.
What would you call him? Olaf.
Olaf.
Oh, I think you were calling him Olaf.
Oh my god.
Every single one of them asked me like where I was from, you know, how long we were going to stay. All of them, how are they going to be here for? And they're amazing.
Really quick side note, my mom watched PTV's drink video. In case you haven't seen it, we do ask please that you go watch their drink making video of the Jungle Cruise. We're just putting it out there for you, Pepper Tree Villa. It would look like a really good drink. We got to try it sometime.
Yes, I want to try it.
Eva said, found both all-inclusive and cruises. All staff are hard workers and very polite. If you acknowledge them with a good morning, etc., they go out of to make your vacation more enjoyable, which I completely agree.
The thing I didn't understand was they had a espresso area where you can get coffee as much as you want, but they opened at 10. And there were a lot of early morning people there. Why wouldn't they have it open earlier, especially people that are checking out of the resort? They would, want a last cup of coffee or something to wake them up because they have a long way to go. We couldn't do that because they weren't open. You get it at the buffet, but you don't get their espressos, which were like half of the cup that they gave you. But you could just keep asking for more, I guess. And they had like little cakes and cookies and pies and stuff like that too.
But they did stay open till midnight, which the buffet not open till midnight. So I guess they have to stagger things.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about food options and quality from a cruise ship, and then comparing it to a.
Why don't you go there first? Because I already know what you're going to say.
Well, we'll start with the cruise ships if people aren't familiar with them. Depending on what cruise line you have, For the most part, you're going to have specialty restaurants that you can visit. You'll have a main dining room, which is included. You'll have specialty restaurants, which you pay a little bit extra to do. You'll have some cases you'll have 24-hour stations. Dizney doesn't have that, but they do have in-room service that is available 24 hours. So there's at least some kind of food options. So there's usually a free option for food on every cruise line, but they do have the specialty restaurants, which they charge more for it to do that.
They didn't have room service here, did they?
Didn't have room service, but they do have everything is included. So even the specialty restaurants. First of all, I will say the buffet was amazing. It was better than a cruise buffet. It was close to a Norwegian one that we've experienced in terms of how expansive it was. But in terms of selection, nothing could be beat, and the quality of the food was awesome.
Yeah, they did have a lot of choices. I'll have to say that.
And then they had like five specialty restaurants, I would say, there that was included. And the food quality was good. They're all a little bit different. Our only downside, we went to a steakhouse. That was probably our best, Greg and my favorite meal, but it was. Because it was it wasn't outside. They had like those instead of windows,
like
they had
drapes.
The drapes. So you're basically on a patio, and with it being so humid, by the end of the night, we were like drenched in sweat. But the food was amazing. We even asked for lobster, and we asked for a second lobster tail, and the food quality was good. So I couldn't. I mean, I was just really impressed with how an all-inclusive, because I had heard that not all the quality, they kind of give you okay food, but I would say at least at our hotel, the food was phenomenal. And we've always enjoyed cruise food. The main dining room's food is okay. The buffet is okay to good, depending on the cruise line. But I was very impressed with the RIU hotels.
Johnny B buffet was self-serve.
Yes, it was.
So, and they had you sanitize, so it was very clean.
Every time you walked in, you'd have to sanitize your hands.
Yeah. One thing we didn't mention when you first get there is they give you these bracelets for the all-inclusive, and you have to wear them the whole time you're there. So it's almost like a house arrest, but in a good way. And when they took them off the last day, Derick and I were talking about it yesterday, that we felt like we were still wearing it at times. I was saying, I feel like I'm missing something on my arm, because you could still have the feeling in your brain that you're wearing a bracelet even days later. It was really weird.
Sad when they cut mine off.
Yeah.
You were glad?
Sad.
Oh. But I did sanitize like the whole bracelet inside and out, because I was going to wear it the whole day and shower with it and everything. That's another thing. Be careful showering when you wear those bracelets, because if you're washing and it rubs up against your skin, it hurts. They're kind of sharp. Just saying.
I thought the same thing, Wanda.
You have to tell me later how you wash yourself.
I had to be like this at an angle, like with my arm, because the bracelet would always scrape up against my skin. It would hurt.
Cargo says, okay, so who else is packing right now to go for a swim in Wanda's picture? I'm almost ready to even got new shades for this adventure. Yeah, and that was actually our resort. So that
there. And then these are all the people.
I was in all 5 pools at one point. Not all at once.
I was saying, how could you be in all 5 at once?
Not at one point, but at some point I did go into all 5 pools at different times.
What's cool about the pools is that they each had a purpose. So there was an infinity pool that looked out onto the beach. So it was a very relaxing pool. And then there was an activity pool that had a platform so that the entertainment staff could dance and do their thing out there. And then they would bring out nets for volleyball. They would do the bingo out there. They would do Zumba, all kinds of fun stuff. It was really fun there. They also had a family pool that was a walk-in. So if someone was in a wheelchair or just little babies, they could walk in, and it was really shallow at one end. And none of the pools were more than 4 feet deep. I mean, they were really not that deep. And they had a swim up bar. So it was just like, if anybody's been to Mr. Sancho's and they have that pool with the tables and chairs inside the water, that's how it was. And it had loungers inside the water. So I had that pool. They had one pool that was private, that was for the people that stayed at the villas. There was an adult only section. So they had their own pool too. They were all unique. So if you got tired of hanging out in one, you could walk up to a different, and it was a different experience at that pool.
So as far as the entertainment, and
we got about 4 minutes till the top of the hour, so I know we'll lose people to other live shows which are going on. We have this and that from the Disney side. We have the ship show, which always put on a great show. Yes, so they'll be coming on. So, but we got just a couple things that we're going to go on. So those of you who are staying, cheat meal. Thank you for joining us.
Poke my eye out there.
But we're going to cover a couple things, the entertainment and activities. Real quick, they did offer excursions just like they would on a cruise ship. We booked our own privately, but they do offer them in the resorts, and there's actually different companies there that will help you with that. But
the entertainment was fun. They had a lot of good shows. They had an El Divo. If you don't know who El Divo is, I think it's 4 or 5 guys that are like opera singers. They are opera singers, and they only had 3 in this show, but they were really good. So they had mariachi bands. Wanda, you liked the first night, didn't you?
Oh yeah, they had a live Cuban band. They were amazing.
So sorry, I was looking at what they were saying. So the for the activities, it was a lot just like on a cruise ship. There was a lot of different stuff offered, like Wanda said.
Except for you could do water aerobics. They don't do that in a cruise ship. So they had you dance and move around in the pool.
That was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was one, and then the as I'm trying to say 3 different things at once. The one thing I liked about it is it was spread out. So it wasn't like when you're on a cruise ship, sometimes they put 2 popular things at once, because that way people either have to choose and it's not overcrowded in one event.
It's a Paloma cargo.
Yes, it has Jose Cuervo in it.
And Squirt.
It
has
has
lime juice.
Lime juice and Squirt. So I'll put the rest of the ingredients.
We're all drinking it, actually.
Yeah. So that's what I liked about this, is that they were spread out and they were fun. Wanda even got up. You were playing a game with something where you got up on the deck and they made you dance.
She was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So there's just so many fun different activities, and it was very relaxing. Usually when I go either on a cruise or I'm in a Disney park, it's like
go.
Yeah, go. But here we did 2 excursions. We did one on the 4th day we were there, which was my birthday. We went to the pyramids. That was an all-day affair. And then we went on the last full day before we had to travel. We went to Isla Mujeres, and we were there from like 12 to 5. But a lot of rest time on this trip, which was very relaxing. So you're going to say something?
Oh, cheap meal food cat. Yes, it's a 5K and a 10K from Disney a while back.
Oh, the medals.
The medals, yeah.
The medal one, the 10K is from Disneyland Paris, and then the other one is from Castaway.
To Robert's question, what was our favorite thing about Cancun?
About what?
Cancun.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say we should summarize the whole thing for each of us, what we thought.
Okay. Wanda, what was yours?
I would have to say our excursion to Ekbalam and the cenote. That was my favorite day ever of the whole trip. We started out early. We had a wonderful private shuttle with a driver and a tour guide. They brought us snacks. They stopped so that we could get souvenirs. They constantly reminded us that it was a private tour, that we could take our time, that there was no time limit. They would be there as long as we wanted to. They answered all our questions. It was so informative. They just had a great sense of humor too, and They were wonderful. It was such a great day. I felt like it was the best excursion I've ever had in my life.
Welcome, Bob and Ashley. And Anthony Simone left. Have a good night, dilly dilly. I would say probably the same thing. I wish I could have stayed in the cenote longer. And I wish all of us went in there, actually. I felt bad that you and Daniel didn't go in there. I don't remember why you didn't go in.
I didn't go in. I can't swim. Daniel just didn't feel like it. I think he was just tired.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got the life jackets and everything, and then I ended up putting mine inside out at first, and it didn't feel right. I wasn't buoyancing the right way, so then I flipped it, and it worked just fine. But I could have stayed in there all day, and we were literally swimming with the fishes because there were fish in there, and that water goes like hundreds of feet down. You don't even know where the bottom's at. You can't see it, but I like the cenote. I like the resort. All around. The pools were nice. You talk to strangers, you find out that you have things in common. You find out what they do for a living and things like that. And then you see them around the resort throughout your stay. So it's really like a cruise because that same thing happens with a cruise. So
you get in the same cycle as you start seeing the same people over and over. For me, I think one of our biggest fears when you think with us being not knowledgeable on Mexico, you think, okay, how clean is Mexico? Where are we going to go when it's COVID going on? Where are we going to Mexico? How is our safety?
Life crazy.
What I took away from it is how safe it was. We were concerned with the flight over there. We went on American Airlines, both to Cancun and back was completely full. But we still felt safe with there in it. We didn't feel like
we had our masks on that I bought.
And we had hand sanitizer,
eye gear and everything.
But once we got to Mexico, we were impressed how
at the resort,
just in Mexico in general, everywhere you had hand sanitizer. It was very sanitary, and I took away thinking, wow, this is not what I expected. It may sound bad. This is not what I expect Mexico to be.
They want to keep it clean.
They need to for the tourism.
Keep the tourism open, yeah.
And so that was one of the best things that I took away is that I feel, and I would, if someone asked, would I recommend it? Yes, absolutely.
I felt safe there.
And I would agree with Wanda. That was one of the best excursions I've ever taken to. It was just, Francisco was so knowledgeable on the Mayan culture. And we were at Ekbalam, a huge pyramid. It had just opened up probably within a week from what I heard, from what he was telling us. We were there for what, 2 hours, 2.5 hours?
Yeah, so it was 2 hours.
And we probably didn't see anyone else in there besides our guide until 2 hours into it. And for like the last 3/4 of our time there, we had the place basically to ourselves. And then we went to the cenote. There was only like 10 of us in the water. We went to the restaurant, which was included. There was only like 10 of us there.
Those are the same people,
basically. So we had a chance to experience excursions and experiences that we will never have a chance to do again, because once everything opens up again, they normally have tons of people there. So that's what made it also so special.
Mom asked, so Derick and Greg, out of all the trips you have taken, how does this measure up to your trip to Cancun, or how do those measure up to it? I think it was just what we were saying, really. Is just, I mean, it's different. Cruising is cruising, and this is basically a cruise on land, if you want to call it that. You're just waiting for the building to start moving, but it's not going to move. So
depends on how much you had to drink.
Yeah. But this had maybe more things than a cruise might have at times. And the cenote, I've never been to that, so that was an awesome experience. I would love to do that again.
Wanda, what would you say, cruising or all-inclusive resort?
Cruising.
It's the really tough decision for me right now. I love cruising because it is its own beast, right? But because of what's going on right now, this would be my first, obviously my go-to right now. But I think even after cruising opens, I am going to come back to this resort. It was a fantastic experience. I had never done one before, and I didn't know what to think about it. I thought it was going to be like cheap food and cheap booze, and it was. I felt like very pampered and very relaxed. I've never felt, sometimes you come back from vacation, you're like, I need a vacation from my vacation. I did not feel that way with this one.
Yeah.
I was so relaxed.
You felt more rested.
Yeah. And I felt very at ease and very at leisure. I didn't feel like I had to rush to any appointment or, a set dining time, like none of that. It was so relaxing. So this is number one for me right now.
I would still say I like cruising just because you're going to different places. Not that you can't do that this way, but it's more by land, and you're not like going to different places by boat. Different stops and everything. So I liked this, but I would still say I like cruising better just because you're out on the ocean and everything, and I just love the water in the ocean.
I would say I would hope I would never have the day where I have to choose between either one.
Yeah.
The excitement that I like with cruising is going into a port you've never been into before. And we usually are awake when we're sailing into it, and you get to see the scenery, that excitement of visiting something new. With the resort, obviously, you're not going to do that unless you do excursions. But I would say if cruising was opened up, I would still enjoy it. Well, I haven't experienced cruising with all the new measures that they're going to be doing. So I have to give that a chance too. Yeah. But that's what I enjoy the most about traveling. But I will go to an all-inclusive resort again. I think it's definitely worth it. Yeah, we paid a good price for it, and it might have been a little bit less right now because they had just recently opened up when we booked it, and they're trying to get people in. It was only 30% capacity, so it's not completely full. If it was 100% full, then it might be a little bit different scenario. But I found out I really love the all-inclusive resorts. I would recommend it for people who are interested in it. There's a lot of channels that are going out there and checking out or are doing the inclusive at different resorts. I would recommend checking their stuff out. There's so many different ones, but we loved the RIU Palace Peninsula. There's 3 in that area, so you got to make sure you're looking up the right one.
The only one with a big square hole in the middle of it.
Yeah.
ChadCruisers said waking up in a new destination every day or just a sea day, happy face. So yeah, I'm right there with them, being on the boat. I mean, I would do this again, of course we would, but I just love to cruise on the ships.
We have already said if the panorama gets canceled, we will be back at the RIU Palace Peninsula. Yeah. So
there are so many places that we can check out in Mexico. We can still take an excursion to Cozumel. We can go do a dolphin thing or snorkeling. I mean, there's so much to do in Mexico.
We agree. So hopefully that gave you guys
Canadian road trip with ChadCruisers. That'll be fun too.
Definitely. Hopefully you guys had a little bit more insight of our experiences with the Cancun, our experience, Cancun experience. But
we'll be putting out videos soon, and you can experience it more that way. So it'll be a lot of fun.
And Wanda, are you planning on, what are your plans for videos for Cancun?
I still need to put my Vegas video out. I haven't done that yet. But yeah, I have probably 3 or 4 videos that I'll put together for this. I took so much video and pictures. I've already put up a bunch of pictures on my Facebook page. And it's only like a third of the pictures that I took. They're coming.
We're going to do the Cancun video first, then we're going to do the Vegas one, and then I think we have some other things too that we have to do. We are going to do the Disney Fantasy Cruise. We promise we will have those out. We just want to make sure we're going to go straight through those videos and not have something else interrupt it. So I think we're set for that.
We have gone over 10 minutes, so I apologize if you guys were wanting to check another channel out.
Yes.
But thank you for staying here with us.
Wanda, as always, thank you for joining us. You're amazing. Thank you for such an awesome vacation. We love you so much.
Yeah, it was such a great vacation.
It was a lot of fun.
So if you haven't already, please check out Wanda's channel, Cruising for Food. She is one of our support channels, but she is so much fun. And if you guys haven't already, check out Big Explorer. I'm a Little Explorer. But if you forget our names, it's okay because I'm Derick.
I'm Gregory.
And as Walt Disney once said,
we are just getting started. Everybody have a nice night.
Have a great night, everyone. Thank you.
Dilly.
What am I doing? Oh, end broadcast.
Oh my gosh. Have a good night.